I'm Rachel Prince and I'm owner of the online vintage boutique QuirkyFinds.com. It's QuirkyFinds. QuirkyFinds.com specializes in vintage purses, vintage and discontinued perfume and cologne, vintage compacts, and other vintage vanity accessories. Okay, I'm here today to speak to you about vintage Bakelite and Lucite purses. This is a Bakelite purse. You see that? And this is a Lucite purse. Okay, first you'll ask, what is Bakelite? I have notes here because I can't remember all of this. So if you see me looking down, I'm looking at my notes. So what is Bakelite? Bakelite is the trade name used for the first plastic made from synthetic components. It was developed in 1909 by the Belgian doctor Leo Bakelite, hence the name. And maybe in the 1930s it was introduced, not the 1930s, it was really introduced to the world mainstream. It was also under the name Catalan, and from the late 20s to the 1940s, Bakelite had many uses for many household items such as cameras, telephones, radios, beautiful, really nice jewelry, carved jewelry, and most importantly, purses. However, with World War II, there were brought about many options for other plastics. So the use of Bakelite pretty much ceased and is really known as the plastic of the yesteryear. It is still used today in the pool billiards and the balls and in some board games, but really not so much. So that's a little history on Bakelite. Now I'm going to get on to Lucite. So Lucite was developed in the 1930s by the DuPont Chemical Company. It is also referred to as acrylic and plexiglass. It wasn't until maybe the 1940s that Lucite was introduced into the fashion world. Hence these wonderful hard plastic purses. Now, getting on to the most exciting part about this video, the plastic purses. They were like wearable art, literally. It was after the war. People were looking for something different and new, and they were these futuristic boxes that were used for fashion. And they were quite affordable, which I find it hard to believe because I look at something so fantastic and I just think that it's going to cost so much money, but they were quite affordable, especially compared to like the leather and the beaded bands from, the 20s. So here we have these. Now I'll show you more purses because I have a nice collection, but realistically, what can you fit in this purse? A couple little things here and there. It's pretty fragile, so if you bump it or leave it in the sun, it'll crack or it'll warp. And so they weren't very functional, but they were so pretty. So hey, functionality, pretty. You do the math. So many designers, I'll name a couple of them. Of course, I have to look at my notes and name a couple of them, but I'll name a couple of them. Gilly, Miles, Wodery, Rialton, Dorset Retz. They were all these manufacturers that came along and just made these wonderful, beautiful car purses. The plastic was very bendable and it was translucent, so it would reflect this light when you're walking outside, and then they would add carving to them and gold, confetti, and just like carrying a piece of art, literally. However, over the time, other manufacturers caught on to this rise of this wonderful plastic, and they created cheap imitation of the Lucite, and slowly but surely the purses ceased and they weren't available anymore. So now you have wonderful vintage collectors such as myself that go after these highly sought after purses. It's like a work of art, literally. And I'll show you a couple of pieces that I have. So come with me. Okay, these are my babies. This is collection I have of vintage Lucite and Bakelite purses. And this is the one, this is actually a Bakelite purse. And Bakelite is actually heavier than Lucite. And the color is slightly different. Most people can't tell, but there's a way that you can test Bakelite, and I'll speak about that a little later. And here's the Lucite purse. See, like I said, this is actually wearable art. And so check out this. This one I love. This is a very nice carved purse. And some of them are, a lot of them are signed, but if it was a sticker that was used and the sticker fell off over the times, there's really no way of knowing who the manufacturer was. But this one here, let me see, let me find a signed one. Where's the signed one? They're here. I have a lot of signed ones. Of course, I can't find one right now. So here's some of them. They're really, really pretty. They reflect the light. And this one here, the Bakelite was also used for trim. Look at this great beaded bag. The carnival beads. And the Bakelite was used for the lid. And there was a mirror there. And same here. Hey. So this is one of my favorites. This Python pouch purse with the Bakelite trim here. And this little beauty here was made popular by Sarah Jessica Parker's character in Sex and the City. Carrie carried one of these. Carrie had one of these, and which made everyone start to look for this type of purse. So that's a pretty popular purse. So here's some more. I'll just show you some things that I have. I love this one here. Look at the shape and the design of this one. Such detail. Simple, but I call it my baguette, my tortoiseshell baguette. And the thing about these purses, just be very careful because they're so fragile. And, you know, they're not making them anymore. And if they are, I'm sure with any popular thing, somebody will get a hold of it and then there'll be imitations. But there's just nothing like these beauties. Look at this arts and craft purse with the Bakelite trim. And here's a book that I adore. This is Carry Me, 1950s Lucite handbags on American fashion. She has really nice pictures and history of the different companies. And I bought this one last year, so it is still available. So these are my babies. I hope you learned a lot. And let's go back to me. Hi! Okay, back to me. That concludes my presentation on Bakelite and Lucite purses. I hope you learned a lot. Oh yeah, I did want to tell you how to test Bakelite. You can do the Bakelite test by taking a piece of white tissue, spraying it with 409, and gently rubbing it against the Bakelite. And if there is a yellowish stain or color on the tissue, then your item tests positive for Bakelite. There are a couple of other ways that you can do it also. Bakelite has a funny smell, a very, almost like formaldehyde smell. So if you rub it really fast, like vigorously with your fingers, which creates warmth, it should give off a smell. So you can also test for Bakelite that way. I'm trying to think of anything else that I would need to tell you all. If you have any questions, email me right down there in the comment box, wherever it is. I can't see it on the video. If there's something you would like for me to talk about, please let me know. I'm going to do more videos now, maybe more educational videos like this one, because I hope you're learning something. And visit the website, visit quirkyfinds.com. I have tons of stuff. A lot of the items that you saw today are on the site. A lot of them aren't because I am still a collector. But please feel free to visit the site and pass it on and share this video. Sign up for my, subscribe to the YouTube channel. And I will see you all soon. Okay, bye-bye now.